Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself, doing a quick live feed today. Want to touch base with everyone. We haven't really did a live feed since the show. We had almost 2 weeks ago. We've been putting a couple of videos out, but I just want to reach out to everybody. We still got the show coming on this Thursday. That'll be June 24th at 8 p.m. this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Forgot what the title we're going to do for that show. But, today I want to go over 20 common small business mistakes. 20 common things that small business owners make, especially ones that are new, and kind of give you some strategies to help avoid those, okay? Again, I just want to touch base with you guys. I am, again, Deonte Burden, a.k.a. Mr. Short Dollar himself. Mr. Short Dollar, we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. And I want you all to, the main hub we put all the information is the YouTube channel. So I always just go check out Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. All over, well over 200 videos listed right now on Mr. Short Dollar. But we're streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube right now. That's how we normally stream all our videos. So if you have any questions, feel free to tune in to everything. And, like I said, I want to have a good discussion with you guys this evening in regards to 20 common mistakes that small business owners make. One thing I do want to reach out to everybody is, guys, I'm a member of 100 Black Men South Metro chapter, which is just a subset of the 100 Black Men of America. And South Metro chapter. We're in South Metro Atlanta. We have an award-winning chapter. We won our youth program, which is called the Rites of Passage. It's a nationally recognized youth program. We've won, I think, 2 out of the past 3 mentees of the year nationally for 100 Black Men of America. We've won in the past 5 years in 2 of the mentors of the year. 2 of the brothers from the chapter have been nationally recognized within 100 Black Men as the mentors of the year. So we do a lot of good work with our Rites of Passage program. It's a program dealing with young men from 8th to 12th grade, get them personal development, professional development, guide us how to be young men. Also, help produce them, to go through great endeavors. We have a 100% graduation rate of the young men that come in our program. I don't know the percentage of it that goes to college, but it's not so stuck on if the kids go to college, and I would make sure they graduate high school, but they also have the life skills to be very productive young men in the future. So I have the link in there, and I'll share it again for this weekend. We have our celebration of excellence ceremony. Please go to the website, register to attend the event. We also have a silent auction. We also have raffles. So please, please, please help support our organization. I really would appreciate any support you guys can give. And even if you don't support anything, you just want to make a donation, all the links are on that website. So please just, try to help us out with me and other brothers South Metro, okay? Now, again, Mr. Short, we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. I want to have a little quick rundown on everybody in regards to, just some common mistakes that small business owners make, okay? And especially like if you start getting into business, here are a couple of things I want to go over with you guys. I got 20 of them, but we're gonna kind of shoot through all of them. But if you got any comments or any questions while we're doing this, please feel free to make sure, just reach out, and I'll be looking between the different ones to kind of see which ones. If you have any question or anything in regards to outside of this, please hold it up, or I'll make sure I come back to you guys before the end of the stream, okay? All right, well, we're talking about 20 common mistakes that small business owners make. The first one is they don't do things that they're good at. What I mean by, don't do things that they're good at, I think that a lot of times people try to go into things because they hear it just being a trend, being a fad. So if you see people, making money doing trucking, you see people making money, what's the fads now? Bitcoin, Forex training. They're not necessarily equipped with that, with doing it, but because it's a trend and they see people making money, there's potential to make a lot of money with doing it. People want to hop on it. And it's not nothing they're really skilled at doing. Me personally, I'm one of those people. I'm not necessarily say every business I've been involved with, I've been totally skilled on what I need to do. My skill set or my strong suit is I know how to move the chess pieces around and get the right people in place to make me some money and for the business to be successful. A lot of times people want to get into a business and they don't necessarily understand that you don't know that. I'm about to have a brain cramp for a second. You don't realize what you do well. You just realize there are opportunities out there instead of just, not wasting time trying to spend time things you don't know what to do. You want to be in a situation where you want to be the CEO, the business owner, the accountant, the lawyer, the marketer, the advisor, and not smart enough to understand your time is precious to you. Let's not waste time doing things I'm not familiar with. Just hop on what I can do well, okay, and get the right people in place. So that's the first thing. They try to do things they're not really they're not really good at. The second thing, they don't blame others. A lot of times, and this is kind of twofold, because some do. They don't do a good job of holding people accountable. You want to say, hey, I'm, they didn't do it or whatever. You got to be able to call people on a task. No one wants to be the bad guy in the organization. No one wants to be the person that people don't like. But at the end of the day, you got to hold some people accountable. Firing somebody is not a fun task. Well, some people find joy in it. I never have. But at the end of the day, you just can't let the ship keep sinking. If you see there's a hole in there and you see it, you got to always understand holes in the ship, leaking faucets, they're not going to get fixed on their own. You got to fix them before they get worse. Otherwise, they're going to pop or the ship is going to sink. So you got to understand when people are wrong, you got to be able to call them on task and put the proper things in place for them to get fixed, right? Okay, so that's the second thing. They don't do a good job of blaming others. The other thing is they ignore the math too much. One of the comments say when I say they ignore the math too much. Uh, One thing is that when people go are so stuck in optimism, they're so stuck in optimism that when when they try to think about a new business opportunity, they look at all the pros and the cons. Really the pros. They don't necessarily look at the cons, and they find themselves looking at, hey, I can make X amount of dollars because, like I said, we see the Bitcoin, we see the forex, or the forex. There are so many people out there killing it, and people see this opportunity to do it, and they're like, man, if he can do it, I can do it. And sometimes that person's skilled, sometimes that person's lucky, but that doesn't mean that's going to be you. And because they're not necessarily looking at from a cost perspective, the actual mathematics of I got to sell these many widgets to make X amount of dollars, but to sell these many widgets is going to cost me this much, which would be the cost. Then I'm going to make this be the revenue, minus that be the net or the income or whatever that margin be from that. And I got to make so many of these just to cover rent and everything. They don't even want to get into that. They just want to go on. We're going to pray on it. We're going to think on it. We're going to move on it. And that gets you in the poor house and definitely get you closed down within no time. And far too often people do that. So I want you guys to kind of make sure that's a key point. You have to be paying attention to the math. You got to pay attention to it. And if you're not good at math, find somebody that is, okay? Again, you guys know I'm an accountant by profession. And I can tell you a lot of times I don't get that phone call people that need me. But you don't need me to get started because there's no barrier to entry to have that accountant in place. People skip over it. They'll say, I do it. I get my wife or my husband to do it. And they don't know any damn more than you do. They're just doing something that you don't want to do. So spend the time to try to get the proper people in place to make those things happen. Sometimes the fourth thing I want to go over, people that common mistakes in business, is people take employees for granted. One of the worst things that people can do is just think the main incentive that people have to work is, they got to take care of their family, they got bills to pay. That is true. And sometimes when you push in a regime or a work environment like that, that causes stress, that causes distrust, and most importantly, causes less productivity. When people feel good about themselves and feel good about their working there, they're going to do more stuff. When people feel obligated to you or they care about you or love you, they'll do extra things. They'll work harder, work later, they'll pay more attention to detail. But if they feel like they don't have a gain interest in what they're doing, and your biggest thing you're holding on to them is that, we give you a job, people do just enough. They do just enough. And even with that just enough, there may be flaws and mistakes and cracks in the system. And you may not necessarily be able to recover from that. So again, you need to make sure, again, we're talking about that fourth one with people take employees for granted. Don't take anybody for granted. Your employees can make or break you. And again, you got the wrong people now, they can make some mistakes and damage equipment, blow off or damage relationship with potential customers, potential clients or whatever, and you can't necessarily recover from that always. So again, don't really take employees ever for granted. Okay, that is very, very, very important. Fifth one, sometimes you can't mistreat suppliers. Again, we're talking about common mistakes that small business owners make. And the fifth one is you can't mistreat suppliers. Here's the deal. Even though these people are providing you with a service and you're like, hey, listen, we're buying this at this particular cost, depending on where you're at on that side of the equation, they may be somewhat indebted to you, because for them to keep going on and doing what they're doing, they may need you or you may need them. But you cannot, I always tell you guys all the time, business is all about relationships. So at the end of the day, if a person feels that you're taking care of them, you got their best interest in mind, they're always going to do a little bit extra. So you start talking about suppliers. When you aren't constantly trying to harness and maintain a relationship with suppliers, things can always come back and explode on you. Because from that point, if you're not paying people on time, having open relationships about, hey, I know these are the terms we have, but I can't really keep up with it because business is slow, and not being vocal or have a healthy business communication with them, they can always increase your prices. They can always cancel your account, all kind of things that you may not necessarily be able to adjust or recover, or most importantly, pivot from. So you got to make sure you're taking care of your suppliers, okay? Your suppliers and your vendors with that. The sixth one is don't mistreat your customers. Guys, remember what I always told you. The customer ain't always right. right? People hear it all the time. The customer's always right. You gotta get good customer service and everything. That's not true. The customer's not always right, but the customer is what always paying you. You can't lose sight of that. At the end of the day, that's giving you the money. It doesn't mean compromise your values, your goals, and let people mistreat you just because they're giving you money. But it does mean you have to be very, very smart about picking your battles with customers. You're not going to see me sitting there arguing with a damn customer about something that's not going to make that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. If they want to say something out of the way that isn't cool or whatever, as long as they're not disrespecting me, but it's just something that may probably bother me, I let them have at it. At the end of the day, sometimes you never know what's going on in the person's head. They may have lost some things that are very important. They may be stressed out. You know, a lot of times if you let people just roll on and just say a couple things out of pocket or not necessarily a nice thing to say, they'll come back to you later and apologize and say, hey, I was out of character, didn't mean to do it. Please forgive me. And that can happen. And sometimes they may not say a damn thing at all, but you got to be smart enough to understand you're going to spend time going back and forth with a person that's already showing you lack of respect. Just so you're talking to them isn't going to necessarily command respect. So I would never mistreat customers, try to go back and forth with them. Number 7 is very important, which is don't ignore your customers. Guys. And I would tell you right now, I'm going through a similar situation, dealing with trying to find contract work for some damage on my house when a tree hit it. Sometimes, business on, we get fat and we get comfortable. We feel like we ain't got to do nothing. We feel like we done made it. We just, hey, they lucky to deal with us. And you just, just so many customers. It was a place on a Bankhead, King Auto Body, King Paint, right there on Bankhead Highway. They're auto body paint. And I just remember, it was like late 90s. Everybody want to go to King, get the car sprayed and everything. It was pretty cool. And I just remember going there, and the first thing the guy said, you got some money. I got a 78 Cadillac Couteville that, probably more precious thing in the world behind my children. First thing the guy said is, you got some money. And I'm like, what the hell I come here for? I'm coming to get my car painted. I got some money. But it was just the arrogance, how comfortable they were at that particular time, because kind of like, wasn't that many. It was more than one paint shop, but they were just known for doing it. But it was just that comfortable. So you get in there, they talk to you in a kind of way or whatever. Me being younger, I don't even know if I was 25 years old. I just wanted the paint job so bad, I kind of settled for it. Needless to say, it was an older father started that business probably in the late 70s. He got old, he couldn't do it no more. The sons were taking it. That's who I was dealing with, one of the sons. You see people my age, say they're probably in their 40s and 50s now. As we got older, we just like go to hell with them. And needless to say, they're not open no more. You can't take care of your customers. You cannot mistreat your customer. I'm sorry about that. They are paying you, but never lose sight of it. And please don't ever get so comfortable with making money you feel like you're doing them a favor. All right. Always customer team. We in grad school, we focused so much on the double R's, which was reneging retention. And you never want a customer to be renege is when a customer pulls into your lot and they see so many people there and they just turn around, because it just looks like they had intentions of, spending business with you, but they didn't want to and everything. What's going on, cuz? How you doing? When they just have potential of doing something. So whatever, some deterrent, what they seen when they got into your business that they wanted to do business with, made them turn around. And other ones, retention. I don't think a lot of people understand that it costs more money to get new customers than it is to keep the current ones you have. So if people spend a little more effort and money and just retention. We're talking about simple things: birthday cards, holiday cards, quarterly follow-ups with them, just maybe send something to them, things that people really will catch people off guard. Those are easy ways to retain somebody instead of spending thousands of dollars in advertising just trying to get new customers. Okay, so those double R's, retention and renege, those two things I think small business owners need to make sure they're focusing on. Hey there, everybody's tuning in. Again, I'm Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. We're doing a live feed talking about 20 common small business mistakes. And now we're up to number 8, but I just want to tell everybody whatever platform you're on, hey, I appreciate you tuning in. Gladys Johnson, hey, how you doing? Which is Lexington, Norfolk. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I'm on TikTok. I see anybody. What's this? No one's in right now. So my cousin Robert tuned in on Instagram. I appreciate everybody checking everything out. And again, we're talking about 20 common business mistakes for small businesses, right? And now we have the number 8. And this is one I think Yeah, you ain't gotta be a business owner. Do this. A lot of people do this in general, and that's forgetting to pay your taxes. You cannot forget to pay your taxes. One of the thing about it is when the moment comes up, you have some kind of tax liability. You don't necessarily have to be on the hook to uh, pay for those taxes right then and there. But the issue comes up is you done dug such a hole by letting it roll over and roll over and roll over. If you know you got any kind of tax liability, especially as a small business owner, you need to immediately try to start thinking of some kind of strategy that you can pay that liability off. Be it, you want to just going to pay it right in and there. You need to give them a call immediately, get on some kind of payment schedule if you can't take care of it right in and there. But you want to be making some kind of progression to get that tax liability off your hand. I would recommend that you get some kind of professional to help you with that. Can you do it yourself? Absolutely. Can you fix it or negotiate it if you're not versed with it, or you're not? Some things you do need certification with, that being a road agent or CPA. If you want to get the cost reduced down, they won't do that, but they will. Any business owner or any individual is allowed to set itself up on their own payment plan. But as far as negotiating terms, you want to get things reduced, you would need a hire professional to do that. But I would really recommend that you guys get on top of that as soon as possible. Do not let that liability grow, okay? The ninth thing is don't give up equity. I'm a little, and even writing this down, I think a lot of times I'm kind of twofold in here with this. I think this is all about depending on what you want to do. When I say give up equity, what we mean by equity is the ownership of your business. One of the shows that I love looking at, that's Shark Tank, where a lot of times you see people that go in, they market their product because they want those investors being the sharks. And you hear it a lot of times. They ask you what's your business value, what kind of current sales you got, what's the potential for growth, what kind of connections do you have, and then they'll make an offer to you, be it some kind of stake where they may want equity, which is ownership, or they want a percentage of sales, different things they may negotiate that they want with a small business they're looking for funding. And what happens a lot of times, I think most of the people that come on them shows, they go on the shows, unfortunately, not necessarily know how to negotiate terms and negotiate business deals. They know how to do their thing good, be it sell their product, make their product and everything, but they don't necessarily know the whole process of understanding business valuations and things like that. You can kind of tell the way some of the questions that they're given goes right over their heads. But when we start talking about giving up equity, you got to be realistic where you're at on the totem pole. I listened to Kevin Lyles, the music executive on the Breakfast Club the other week. He was talking about the other month about people, big, a lot of people in the music industry talking about owning their masters. And like he was talking about, the master is not always going to be an asset, with that. You got to know how to leverage it out. Sometimes you can say this, okay, this is something I can keep for later that I may be able to leverage out, or this is something that I need to kind of start getting some kind of money or something on right now to do it. You got to be smart about it with doing it. Early on as a business owner, that's when we get our scars. I'm just being honest with you. So it's not uncommon to kind of make bad deals early on. You just want to kind of make sure that you don't make a mistake you can't recover from. What's the best way to try to make mistakes you can't recover from? Spend the money, try to talk to a professional. Spend the money, try to talk to a professional, because you do not have to do the deal without one, but you can be very, very sick because you didn't get one. The money that you think you were saving by not paying, you might end up losing, or potentially, most importantly, not even gaining the money because you didn't have a professional talk to you first. So again, we're giving up ownership and giving up equity in the business. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think you just need to be versed where you're at during that paradigm for what you're going to give up. The 10th thing is not necessarily investing in technology. People will get the bare minimum as far as technology, as far as what they need to be advancing with their business, productivity with their business and stuff. One of the common things that happen with me in particular, you guys know I'm an accountant by profession, and with the tax season, people are called. First question everybody asks. They don't ask how experienced you are. They don't ask, what kind of security system they have. First thing they ask for is how much you charge. And I am definitely, it's my 20th year in business, I'm definitely not the cheap tax man. I think I'm the smart tax man. I think I'm the professional tax man. I think I'm the very diligent tax man. But by far, I'm not the cheapest. What happens a lot of times when you're dealing with the cheap tax man, the chief tax man is not going to have the system in place to protect you. Because keep in mind, what you're giving somebody is what? Your name, social security number, address, bank account information. And if they're so cheap, are they going to be able to afford security systems to put in place to protect you and protect your assets? And I doubt it. So again, a lot of times, if people don't want to do that and spend that extra money to pay for all these different security systems, or even any kind of systems or software making it because they want to cut corners, but some things you just can't afford not to do. Okay, you may feel like you can't do it, but if you have the mentality you can't afford not to do it, even though you may be very uncomfortable when you do it, coming out of it, in the grand scheme of things, sometimes those early investments into technology, into security, into advertising, into yourself will come back and make you way more money if you never did it. Okay. Again, we're talking about 20 common mistakes from small business owners. We just went through 1 through 10. Now we're on the last stretch for the 11 through 20. Again, I'm Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. We have over a lot of people go to our channel, look for the grants. We've got over 150 grants listed on the channel right now. Please go there, look at the grant playlist. And also coming soon, I already had a video which I haven't posted. We got a financing playlist. We're gonna have different funding as far as companies that can help small businesses, companies that can help people with bad credit, different kind of products in regards to credit offerings and things, 0% cards for businesses, particular lenders who don't require that much of a verification. All these products are coming, so just be on the lookout for that. They'll be in the finance playlist. But again, if you need any information in regards to those grants, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, go to the grants playlist, and there you go from there. But again, even we have over 250 videos on Mr. Short Dollar for you guys to take advantage of, especially if you're looking to get some kind of system with your personal finance or entrepreneurship, right there for you. Okay. Now, again, 20 common mistakes from small business owners. We're at number 11. Number 11 is people think, before I talk that the good times, the bad times are going to last forever. People think too much that the good times, the bad times are going to last forever. When we ride high, we ride. When we're riding low, we're riding low. But we're riding high, when we're riding high. Good times ain't going to last. What goes up must come down. Right now, we're looking at everybody making money in what? Bitcoin, foreign exchange, these penny stocks going up and down. You see with AMC and all these places going up. Hell, I go back to 2000, early 2000, 2008. Everybody was doing what? We were doing real estate.com. If you had dog.com, bag.com, people were making millions of dollars. Nothing. Just like how it is what's going on now with the Bitcoin and the day trade and everything. People didn't know a damn thing about technology, but they would start such and such.com. You had people working in warehouses making $20,000, $30,000, had $500,000 homes, interest only, all this kind of stuff was going crazy, and everybody was making money. I mean, you could go, I remember when I got in the Army in 99, man, you could go and lose your job twice in the same damn day and get hired. Just walk down the street, go to another place, walk down the street. It was, man, I'm telling you, those Clinton years, they were off the chain. And I say all that to say that it's kind of like now, there are different trends, there are different fads, what goes on in the economy. And you got to understand sometimes some things are fundamentally going to be there forever, even though you're going to have some kind of technological advances that may shift some things, the way things go, right? We start talking about how supply chain has changed over the years when you have looking at how some jobs have been outsourced to other countries. Technology changes some things, but for the most part, fundamentally, there are some companies that stand the test of times. But then you have some things that you can't be confused with trends. What's going on, Dara? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you tuning in. I'm doing great. So you can't necessarily get so stuck on I'm making money now, and this is how it's going to go. Or when you like things ain't working, you get dejected too quick. Understand when you're making money, depending on whatever the situation is, try to gather as much information to kind of see if it's going to, how long it's going to last. Okay, because again, things change. Okay, me being in the tax business, I remember 10 years ago, the days of rapid refund. Boy, a brother could get money. I mean, 3, 4, 5, all kind of ways. Man, it was a crazy business. Technology has came, got a lot more people doing their own taxes. The pool, the prices haven't really changed too much, but the opportunity to get more money has definitely changed, because especially when you had the rapid refund, more the funding companies were actually giving more money out back then, and things change. And just like I say, when technology, two things, one main thing rather, I'm sorry, and that's take jobs. You got to be able to know how to pivot and adjust when things change for you. Okay, so don't make that mistake of thinking that the good times or the bad times are gonna last forever. Now we're at number 12. People don't always play it safe. What's the term? Scared money don't make no money. You gotta spend some money to make some money. Totally said by somebody who ain't got no damn money. And when you have been in situations where you try to roll the dice and it don't work for you, you might end up holding your pants up with a shoestring. And you gotta be smart enough to understand, to take calculated risks, to understand. I don't think, you have seasoned entrepreneurs. It's not that they don't understand that you have to put money out there to keep your business growing and everything, but it has to be some kind of return on doing that. It has to be some kind of reason to do that. You just don't put money out there. So if you're putting X amount of dollars in advertising, you looking at taking a percentage of your revenue to add back, to bring back this, those kind of things that have to be taken serious. You can't just go out there with being reckless without planning. Because now when you're planning, that's not fun. That's not, trendy. When you see the guys on social media, the young guys on their yachts, and they're making all this kind of money, they're not saying anything about it. It's just saying, I can help you make this kind of money. But they're not also saying, I can help you also lose this kind of money. Okay. Because everybody can enjoy success, but most people just can't survive failure. And unfortunately, 2020 broke a lot of folks down. If you survive 2020 as a business owner, it ain't a damn thing you can't go through. Because it took everything down, and no one had any control of it whatsoever. So I just want people to just, be smart about certain things. I'm not saying don't take risks, don't take chances, but take small ones. Okay? Put yourself dealing with stuff that you can afford to lose. Okay? Be smart with everything. Let's see if I see somebody here. Monique Braves. I used to be in the tax business. Okay, Monique Braves. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've been in business 20 years. I appreciate you tuning in also. Right here, again, we're talking about 20 common mistakes small business owners. Streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Guys, make sure you remember to go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar. That's the main hub. Over 200 videos on the YouTube channel. So again, whatever platform you're looking at it, I'm glad you're looking at it, but again, we're on all these different platforms, but the whole hub of all the videos and most of the information, all the information rather, is on the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar. Okay. Number 13, they put all the eggs. One of the biggest common mistakes, they put all the eggs in one basket. I've seen a Steve Harvey video where he said, the guy said, I got a plan A. If my plan A don't work, I don't need a plan B. I just get another plan A. See, that's well said from somebody that has tens of millions of dollars. You better have some contingent plans. I'm a proud U.S. Army veteran, and we always had straight contingent plans. If this work, that work. That doesn't work, we have this set up. That doesn't work, they have that set up. And you see any kind of major organization, they have contingent plans just in case things don't work out. That doesn't mean that you're not focused on your plan A, but we don't live in a world of if something happens. It's more so what? When something happens. If you're going to be a seasoned entrepreneur, seasoned business owner, you got to be prepared for that. Not, I'm going to do this, then I get me a whole nother dang plan. You may not be fortunate enough to get you another plan A because that setback, because you didn't have any kind of contingent or backup plans in place, hell, you may not necessarily be able to recover. Okay? So you got to make sure they have some plans together for the what else. Because again, like I said, it's not if something happens, it's when something happens. And you want to make sure that you can adjust to the when. Okay? We got here when Santa Barbara got loans in November. Yeah, those are good old days. Those are good old, definitely were the good days. What is Monique Bray was talking about were some of the funding mechanism that was in back in the tax business those days, man. It was awesome, man. It was a great business. It's still a great business now, but it was just tons of more opportunities to bring in revenue back then and stuff. So definitely more than what it is now. But again, just like everything else, things change. Just gotta be able to adjust with it, right? What's the next? We had number 14. We're talking about 20 common mistakes from small business owners. Number 14, not worrying, not focusing on competition, right? Basic business management, where we start looking at the SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, oppositions, and threats. We got to look at all that kind of opportunities and threats. On call strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. SWOT analysis. Each business should do that SWOT analysis where you're looking at all those different things in the market. What you make sure you're aware of it. Also, how you can take advantage of it. Also, how you can combat it. Right. So when you kind of know your competition, you aren't being realistic about the things that are in your sphere. You have to make sure you understand what other people are doing, what you're doing, even if you feel confident in what you're doing, because they could be. You have some people that come in to be disruptors, right? That's why you got the whole hotel industry. They got caught off guard with the Airbnb, pass split. Same thing with the taxi cab industry with Uber and Lyft, right? You got to be prepared. Look what's going on with Turo and the car rental industry, right? You have to be ready for that kind of stuff. So that the big boys, you got to be able to work, because the bigger you are, it's just like, we look at any kind of human being. The bigger you are, the harder it is for you to move. The smaller you are, you can pivot and change, right? So as a bigger company, you just look at one of these bigger rental chains, they got to find some kind of way, probably start doing some kind of restructuring where they're able to be a lot more flexible and movable. Now that you got people renting cars with a damn phone right now, you don't have to go to the big boys and make these go through all the rigors that you have to do with a regular car rental place. You can just go on Turo and do it. Same thing with Airbnb and all that. And you can get what you want. So you have to be very, very aware of your competition. Okay. The number 15 is don't ignore the future. You have to make sure that you're people to make a mistake of ignoring the future. Rather, I'm sorry. You have to be aware of trends, technology, things like that. I remember when my ex-wife was working for the airline industry, and she worked for the airline industry. I remember you talking about the late 90s when you come into Atlanta Hartsfield and you see the ticket the ticket booth when everybody was dropping off their the luggage in the check-in there, and you had all these people at all the counters. But now if you go in there, you see probably like 20 or 30 little kiosk machines. Those machines took away so many jobs, right? Technological advances do that, right? The things that you can do on that personal handheld telephone computer is amazing. It's amazing. And most of the time, people don't realize they're probably doing maybe 20% of what that phone is capable of, because you really just use the phone for what you need it for, right? So you have to make sure that you're on top of any kind of advances or changes in the future, anything that's coming. I got friends in the transportation industry. What are we talking about? Driverless cars, right? It's coming. It's coming. Me being a supply chain guy, warehousing and stuff, warehouses full of robots, not that many people. And the people that are in there are more so technicians that know how to keep the machines rolling. It's coming. So you just got to be aware of it. That's the thing of that. So you have to, don't wait. We can't wait for bad things to happen to us in life. Well, not ain't bad, but just things that happen to us. Like, we got to be ready to be able to pivot and adjust and to move with the changes that come on in life. So again, don't ever ignore the future. The next one is letting politics get in the way of your business. A lot of times when we seen with in the past couple of years, with the Trumps and all this other kind of stuff, people were so polarized in regards to how they want to do certain things. What I want people to be aware of, you want to be that seasoned business owner, CEO, and somewhat executive that I see everybody want to aspire to be. Even you want to just stay at the mom and pop level, you have to understand how politics, local, county, state, federal, how they affect your business, how they affect your operations. You can't get so caught into like, I don't get into that, I don't listen to that, I don't believe with it. Those are the people that make changes. Your local politicians in particular make those so many changes that can affect your day-to-day lives. So you have to make sure you fully engage with it, and you're not trying to avoid things you don't have an interest in. I'm not necessarily saying you need to go out there and hop on somebody's campaign, but I do think you need to make sure that you're versed with people that are that can affect your lives. Now, you need to know your city councilman. You need to know your county commissioner. You need to know them very much so, because they're making more decisions that impact your daily life than your president will. So please make sure you start making some kind of effort to find that out, okay? All right, we at number 17. This one might be hard for some people to do. Don't be a jerk, or be that person that no one likes if you don't have to. Um, we were talking a little bit earlier about not necessarily want to be so passive, but uh, I understand when you're in the business, you're a business owner. God knows I have. I've been a serial entrepreneur for about 25 years. Um, Sometimes you gotta be the bad guy. Sometimes you gotta be the person that no one likes if because you gotta slap people in order, not physically slap, but just get them in order, get everything in order. Because at the end of the day, if the business crashes, it's gonna affect you. People move on to get another job, keep it moving, and you never ever recover. So you gotta make sure that you can stay on your people, but you never want to lose your cool with folks. Because like I told you before, when people know you have a genuine interest in them, support them, care about them, however you want to sit there and word it, people respond like that. You know, they'll go above and beyond, do certain things for you. Will everybody do that? We have some folks that can care less, absolutely. But for the most part, I think you'll find it'd be more beneficial on it if you can adjust. Don't compromise the integrity um, of the organization or what you try to do in relation to that. But always try to make sure that you stand firm on what you want to do, but don't ever disrespect nobody in the process, right? Now at number 18, don't work too many hours. Your body has to rest, your body has to recover. You need your brain. You need to be able to think, you need to be able to be creative, you need to be able to make solutions for certain things. You got to give your body rest. Um, I hear people all the time say you don't sleep, don't sleep. Let me tell you this. Your body will let you know if you don't let them get enough rest. Okay. And at the end of the day, that business, you will be dead and gone, and that business will still be rolling or sold or whatever. You got to take care of you first, right? You got to exercise, got to get proper rest. You want to eat right. Make sure you take some me time for you to recover and everything for mental health purposes, but don't do overextended work hours. If you have to just get a particular job done, make sure a particular assignment is done, fine, I get it, but do not overwork yourself trying to do certain things. Okay, make sure you can recover. Number 19, um, don't stop taking opportunities to learn, right? Because a lot of times people get in business, they stop taking opportunity to learn because they feel like they don't have time to learn things. They don't have enough hours or whatever because they're so busy, whatever to do it. You have to constantly be investing in yourself. I mean, you guys that follow me, I'm always in mastermind groups. I'm always going to different classes. I'm always investing in myself. I'm a firm believer in to be a king among kings. A lot of times you see a lot of people, they like being the big fish in the room. They like talking to people because everybody looking at them like they're the expert. We see them in the videos, people always talking. But when you want to get in them rooms with other people and you got to be vulnerable to say, okay, you think you can feel good. I'm making, my business just made $500,000. I'm feeling good. We had $1,000,000 in sale, blah, 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 blah. And people are like amazed and clapping. But when you take yourself into a room with people that have made 2 or 3 times that, and now everybody's sharing game, everybody's kicking out ideas, everybody's, offering, different advice from different levels they've been in from experience and stuff. That's where you want to be at. Lifetime learning, lifetime learning, lifetime learning. I can't stress it to you enough. There are things change, but there's also so much information that we don't have acquired in our day to day. Basically, we just have no reason to get it. But I can just tell you just from personal experience. Have I probably messed up some money by trying to do certain things to get informed? Yeah, I have. But I would say probably 80% of the time it's been beneficial for me to sit here and go to different groups, go to different meetings. But y'all want to keep investing in yourself and learning more stuff. Okay, you got to. Okay, that was number 19. And now we had the last one. And this is probably the most important. Don't lose sight of why you did everything. Whatever your motivation be it your family, be it your health, be it you want to prove a point to people, or it may be the thing to push a lot of folks that money. Don't lose sight of that. Don't lose sight of that. Remember what motivates you to do what you did to push yourself. Okay, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. If you giving your best, if you doing the most you could, just be honest with yourself. If you did or didn't. But definitely don't shy away from opportunities that may be uncomfortable for you, but in the grand scheme of things, they're gonna be the best for you, right? So I just want I tell you guys, appreciate you guys tuning into the live feed today. Again, we talked about 20 common mistakes of small business owners. Went through the whole gamut of it, brought all to your attention, brought ways to kind of combat all of them, But again, I want to wish you guys the best of luck. Please, if you can, again, I'm a member of 100 Black Men South Metro chapter here in Atlanta. Which this Saturday, June 26th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we having our Celebration Excellence for the young men that are in our Rites of Passage program. It's a nationally recognized mentor program. We get kids from 8th to 12th grade, and we teach them personal development, professional development, how to carry themselves as young men. We have 100% graduation rate. All our young men come out of the program and do great things. And I'm so proud of all of them. And this is like the culminating point, for the seniors that are graduating this year. We recognize them. Keynote speaker is the Michael Vick. Michael Vick is going to be the keynote speaker for it. He's going to have a live town hall Q&A afterwards. So if you want to, you can be able to talk to him. But please go to I just put the link in, and also it should be in the description section. But if you don't see it, you can always go back and look. I have it posted on all my social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube channel. You can go there, register for the event. We also got a silent auction. We also have raffle tickets. And if you just want to donate to the 100 Black Men of South Metro, you can do that. And I will greatly appreciate any support you guys can give us. Let me look through here, see if I got any questions or anything. Carolyn Nash, that great advice. No problem. I appreciate giving you guys an advice. We over here. Monique Braids over here. Okay, cool. I appreciate you guys. Everybody tuned in on TikTok and everything. I appreciate all you guys in the platform. Remember, I'm on all the different platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. The main hub, guys, remember, is the YouTube channel. That's what over 200 videos are from the different shows we've done, different informational videos. So go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. If you guys are looking to get some of the grant opportunities we make a lot of videos on, remember, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, find the grants playlist. Go find the grants playlist. All the over 150 grants are listed from there and coming soon. We already got to set up the videos that haven't got posted yet. We got a whole new financing section. Teach you all kind of different things about receiving credit. We got videos coming out about what's business credit and all that, but also we want to give you guys opportunities. Okay, these are different lenders or funding companies that we've seen. Can't guarantee they're going to give you any credit or anything. We don't have any kind of affiliation with them, but my job is to do what? Put more and more information on you guys. Look here, they can give you money. Look there, they can give you money. The potential is there. The only thing that we don't know is how much effort you're going to put in to get it, okay? But again, guys, I'm glad to have that conversation with you guys in regards to the 20 common small business mistakes. Please give you guys opportunity to help us with the brothers of 100 Black Men South Metro. I've had a blast this afternoon doing the feed with you guys. Love you guys. If anything I didn't get a chance to ask you, please feel free to reach out to me, okay? Take care of yourself and be safe. Also, hey, be on the lookout for Mr. Short Dollar this Thursday. That'll be June 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the Dollar Hour. We'll be streaming live there. I'm sorry, I had a brain cramp. I forgot what this week's show out, but it's going to be good as always. So remember, this Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, be the Dollar Hour, Mr. Short Dollar. Check us out on all these different platforms, better see the show. But again, remember, the main hub is on the YouTube channel, okay? Take care of yourself, guys. I love you guys, and be safe.